Okay, so welcome everyone if you're watching this recording, and welcome to you who are joining us live tonight. We've got some really, really exciting stuff that we're going to be sharing with you. And Deb and I have been beavering away and coming up with some, we feel, genius ideas for what's coming next. So, um, we haven't worked out how we're going to do this. So basically, we're just going to be winging this bit. So, okay,
Ah, right. Can you see that? Has it changed?
it has.
Oh,
Yes.
good.
Brilliant. It works. Yeehaw. Okay. So first up, before we go into the future, the near future, is we're going to sort of go over a little bit about our February challenge, which in theory starts tomorrow. But of course, if you're not ready to start tomorrow, then you can start the day after or whatever. And it's a 2-day fat fast, and including cacao. And if you've not got you should have got an email which goes over the fat fast and what it's all about, why we're doing it, and how we're doing it. So there's an instruction booklet, I think, in the email. If you haven't got the email, please let us
No, no,
know in the chat.
no, they haven't got the email yet. They got the precursory email saying there's another email coming.
Oh, did they not get the instruction booklet though?
No,
Oh, ah, I thought they did. Oh well. You
no, no.
haven't got the instruction booklet yet. You will get the instruction booklet very shortly.
Yep.
But basically, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be having 2 days, well, 24 to 48 hours of fat fasting. And so the reason we're going in a fat fast is it's going to launch you into ketosis really quickly. And what does ketosis mean? It basically means we're burning fat for energy. We'll use up all the sugars, and then the body will then go, right, I can now switch from burning sugars as energy to burning fat as energy. And it doesn't take very long when you're on a fast to do that. And so the great thing about a fat fast is, unlike when you're going on maybe a normal keto diet, is you don't tend to have any problems with energy or cravings because the fat takes the slack. So we do recommend that you do intermittent fasting still. So you can have coffee in the morning, and you can also have butter in your coffee in the morning, which is outside your eating window, but the cacao bites must be in your eating window. So if you've got an eating window, which we normally recommend between 11 a.m. and 8 p.m., so it's a 9-hour eating window, then you can have a cacao bite then. But if you find in the morning when you get up that you really miss, say, cream or milk in your coffee, then add butter and whisk it up. Honestly, if you like cream or milk in your coffee, you'll love that because it gives you a hit of energy too. So you're getting brain food, but you're not stimulating insulin because you've got no sugar going in. Unlike with the cacao bites, it's got a minuscule amount of sugar, but that will stop ketosis for a little bit. And we need to swing into and out of ketosis. It's a natural thing that we need to do. But what we're wanting to do is for us to be in ketosis most of the time. And so that's the benefit of doing a fat fast. And so I'm going to go into just a little bit in the next slide when Deb's the benefits of cacao. Now, cacao has huge amounts of nutrients in it, and that's why many of us really crave it. But it's got magnesium, it's got zinc, it's got selenium, it's got most of the minerals that we need. It's got iron, it's got calcium, and it's also got antioxidants like flavonoids. So that's a really key benefit to having cacao on the fat fast, because not only are you sating your taste buds, but you're also getting lots of nutrients. And so it's a very antioxidant rich food. So it's a powerhouse really, and it really sates you, your body, mind and soul, because of the way it tastes, the way it feels in your body. And so also cacao has a huge benefit for heart health. So cacao helps improve circulation by supporting healthy blood vessels. So it also is a major mood booster. So it's got theobromine, and other bliss chemicals like phenylethylamine. I can't, no idea how to pronounce that one, and promotes serotonin and dopamine production. So it makes you feel happy and relaxed. And who doesn't want to be happy and relaxed when you're on a fast? Because then everything starts working that much better. It also acts as an appetite suppressant, which is why it's perfect for the fat fast. A small amount can curb cravings and keep hunger at bay. So also, as another key benefit, it boosts your brain. So cacao improves blood flow to the brain, enhancing mental clarity and focus. And when you add the cacao and the butter together, then you have a real match made in heaven as far as our mental health is concerned. And then we've got cacao aids in digestion while supporting production of digestive enzymes. And so if we were just talking earlier before we hit the record button on how bitters can really help enhance our digestion, and cacao is quite naturally bitter. So if you're doing the cacao, then it actually, with butter, you're getting a really good balance for gut health and brain health and everything else. And so when we look at butter, why do we use butter and cacao together? So when we brown the butter, so basically you just need to, it's like a clarification, but you leave the little bits in, and that sweetens it up. So it makes it much more palatable. So it's a really delicious treat, I feel. And it's a great way of having 2 days of just having chocolate. It's allowed with chocolate this time. So it's definitely not the normal chocolate. And so we encourage you to use, if you can, the ceremonial chocolate cacao, simply because it's the purest form of cacao. However, if you can't get hold of the ceremonial cacao, then get yourself the best quality cacao powder that you can get. So we have given you in the booklet and also on the previous slide where you can get the cacao from. I get mine from Solino, and they're really, really good quality. And I think you can get them from quite a few health shops as well. So it's much more freely available now. And so the benefit of the fat fast is not just to stimulate ketosis, it's to nourish your gut and the glycobiome. So I did a post in our network about the glycobiome you might want to have a look at. It's about butter and how butter really enhances the glycobiome. And so also the healthy fats and polyphenols from butter and cacao create the ideal environment for gut healing and gut balance. So when we're doing this as well, if you get this, if you're just starting a program or you're just getting into wanting to do some fasting, or you're wanting to do just something healthy for you, then this is a really good way of starting, because it kicks you into ketosis. But also what it's doing, it starves out harmful bacteria. So by eliminating the carbs and the sugars, you're giving the gut a chance to reset and let the beneficial bacteria flourish. Now, if you're an old hand at this and you've been with us for a while, you'll know how to do this. This will be easy for you, but it's a really nice way of, if you've been off the wagon, if you've sort of slipped into some habits, then this is a great way of getting you reset, getting back into the swing of it all. So it's going to be reducing inflammation. It's going to help calm the farm in the gut, so reduces bloating. And it also sustains energy without hunger. So the reason fat fasting is, for many, especially if you've not done fasting before, so much easier than water fasting or even broth fasting, is it because it sustains energy without the hunger. And so if you're having the high fat that we're suggesting, you'll feel energized and you'll feel satisfied and you will not be hungry. Now, if you do get hungry, you are allowed, or if you just want something different, you're really allowed to have broth and, of course, herbal teas. So beef bone broth or chicken bone broth is great. So you're allowed 1 or 2 of those per day. And so it's really, and so the butter bite recipe is in our group. I posted it, I think, last week, but also it's in the booklet that we're going to send you. So, and also, if you get started on this, I'm going to put a post in the group tomorrow morning. And if you're joining us, please share underneath the post, and then we can encourage one another. Because that's what this is all about. It's really about encouraging one another to achieve the best we can possibly do. And so that's what I really would encourage you to do. The other thing you could do, if you're wanting something a little bit nourishing, is you could do a cacao drink, which is like the ceremonial cacao drink, which is where you do a teaspoon of cacao powder or the ceremonial cacao, a cup of warm but not hot water, and if you want to, I don't encourage it too much, a drop or 2 of stevia, because you haven't got the sweetness of the butter, and just whisk it, and then and it can help suppress any appetite if you have it, especially the first day. So I hope that shares a bit of wisdom with you about how to really get the most out of the 2-day fast. Anyone with brown butter in the Thermomix? No.
So just to recap, we will get an email out to you tonight, about with all the details of this again and the PDF to follow. And I'm just thinking, Karen, what about accountability for those who aren't on Facebook?
Oh, yeah.
Feel free to reply to the email.
Yeah, feel free to ask questions, and also come and pop into Wellness Wednesday if you have any questions.
Yes.
So if you've got any questions, jump in on Wellness Wednesday. If you're not on Facebook, come into the Zoom and we can have a chat and you can go over any questions you've got. In the meantime, email us and we'll answer your questions, or we'll answer anything you want to do if you're struggling with anything, or if you just want to share with us the results that you're getting, because there will be interesting times through it. You know, when you're doing a fast, you'll always find something interesting going on. And so the thing with no gallbladder, Jenny, is having little and often. That's the only time I will suggest with a fat fast that you do little and often. I'm recommending in the booklet that you still have 2 main feeding times, so 2 main meals, 3 if you have to. But with someone with no gallbladder, you need to trickle feed that fat, because otherwise you're not going to have the bile to cope with it. So even if you've got no gallbladder, you're still getting bile. And so whenever we eat, the liver will be producing bile and it'll be coming into the duodenum. But the thing is, if you got a gallbladder and everything's functioning really well, what happens is we get a meal of fat, and then the gallbladder will kick out all of that bile to help us digest it. When we haven't got a gallbladder, we need to take it a little bit slower. I hope that helps, Jenny, and anyone else who hasn't got a gallbladder, because, yeah, it's an important one. So thank you for saying that, Jenny. It's great.
Right, should we move
Done
on?
that bit.
On that bit. Oh, okay, this is the next thing on the agenda. Some of you in the Facebook group will have seen that we're looking for a name. We'd love you guys to vote on the name for our panel discussions that we've got coming up. So the panel discussions could sometimes be panel debates, but the idea is they're going to be a minimum of once a month on the topical theme of the month, and we will be bringing in generally new people as well to weigh in on the conversation. They're definitely going to be, what's the word, Karen? They're going to rock the boat a bit. They're going to be, you know, not necessarily mainstream or what you generally hear. They could be a bit controversial sometimes, the topics, and we'd like to get as much you know, a variety of perspectives in the panel as we can, so that we can really nut it all out. So I guess that gives you a bit of a feel for what we want to discuss, but they will be very fluid. They won't be prescribed. It won't be an interviewer with a set of questions and expecting a set of answers. You know, it's going to be more of a fluid discussion / a bit of a debate sometimes. And I think everyone's really looking forward to these, because they're going to be truthful. You know, we're going to cut to the crap, you know, cut the crap and get to the point of things, and keep it very truth focused. So we had a few suggestions for names, and these were the top three that we'd love you guys to weigh in on. Now you'll notice I've got 1 for True Talk and 2 for Chewing the Fat. They're the ones that we'd really like you to vote on, because the one at the bottom there, Food for Thought, we've got a star by that, because we think that would be a brilliant name for our blog posts. You know, those wonderful posts that Karen drops in the group quite often with the lovely images. We'd like to start producing them as blog posts and also putting them up in our resource library. And we thought that's a great name for that, because they are always quite thought-provoking. But for the panel discussions, we'd love to hear your votes in the chat. If you prefer 1, the True Talk, then pop a 1 in the chat. And if you prefer Chewing the Fat, which I think is quite a clever name, given a lot of our focus is on.
Oh, look. We've got lots.
And we'll have to do a tally up, eh? Oh, we've got quite a lot of 2s. That's great. The other thing about a name is it has to be quite catchy and memorable. So keep that in mind as well.
7 for 2 and 2 for 1 so far. 8. Yeah.
Good. Keep them coming.
Yeah. Keep them coming. We'll count them out later.
Yeah.
Magic.
Great. Thanks, everyone. We do love to get your guys' inputs on these things.
Yeah.
Okay, so our February focus is, as you know, addictions, and we have our very first panel discussion this coming Wednesday at 6:30. So we did send you an email about that this evening. So do check that and join us. That will be live in the Facebook group in the event. So we're aware of the people that aren't on Facebook. We're sorry about that, but we want to try this software out and see if it works well. Otherwise, we will look at other options whereby we can bring you in and people can be present live. But this is more of a live stream than a Zoom group chat like we had on Monday, which also worked really well, and we'd love to do them once a month as well. So we think they're a great way to kick off the month with a conversation that everyone gets involved in on the particular theme or topic of the month. With the panel discussion, that's more of a live stream and bringing in some other fresh perspectives. But we want to still have it interactive so that we can bring your questions in and bring them up live.
Mm.
So
Sarah's just asked, will there be replays? Yes, there will.
yes, there will.
We're definitely going to be replaying. Yeah,
So
absolutely.
we want to make these exclusive initially to members, and then our plan will be that later on in the month we'll live stream the recordings out to our YouTube channel, so that can be found by other people, and create a bit more hype around the network here. But we really want you guys to get the first, the experience first.
Yeah, excellent.
Yeah, so with our March focus, moving from addictions, we thought we'd move it into, the topic of carbivores, and, that focus on carbs, because they, as we all know, they can be pretty addictive too. So we'll be discussing things like what's happening in our bodies when we're eating carbs. Do we really need them? Do we need them in every meal? We'll be looking at natural versus processed carbs, and talking about carb cravings, which I think we can all have experienced.
Yes.
So that would be, our theme in March. Anything else you want to add there, Karen?
Well, yes. I'm not going to actually. I think that's enough. I'm hoping that my book will be ready on Kindle by then. So, yeah.
Oh, yes. Very good. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. That's exciting.
Yeah. So, but yeah. So, yeah, this is the exciting bit, isn't it?
This is the exciting
Drum
bit.
roll.
Yeah, so we've got a 6-month challenge coming up, which I think Karen's been alluding to.
Yeah.
And this is it. It's going to be starting in March, and it's called Turn Back the Clock. So this 6-month challenge has a huge focus on us turning back the clock, and in terms of everything that stands for. It's about shedding weight. It's about getting our vitality back. It's about our skin improving. It's about us moving again and getting rid of those aches and pains. And it's giving it a really good 6 months of dedication and accountability and fun. Most that's the most important thing, isn't it, Karen? That we have lots
Absolutely
of fun.
the most important thing. And I think, the other thing, maybe looking at turning back the clock, not just with those things, but also with technology.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think I've shared with some of you what I've been doing with my phone, for example, is most of the time I don't take my phone when I leave the house. I've started to, and when I do take my phone, I only answer it to certain people. Because basically, before the advent of mobile phones, that's when we're turning back the clock, people could only get hold of us when we were home or at work. And I think it's a really important one that we actually have time out of it, away from it. Anyway, that's one thing.
Yes. Good. Okay. So it's all about empowering our abundance in health and wealth. And you might be going, what? What's this about wealth? Well, yeah, Karen and I feel very passionately that we need to be striving for both, all of us. All of us could do with more coin in the bank. And this challenge is going to be a really unique opportunity to bring about both for you. Okay, are you intrigued? So it's all about, we're going to make this a really fun competition for the 6 months, okay? Because 6 months is a long time to sustain anything. So we need to make it fun. And we thought, well, what better than a bit of healthy competition? So we thought it would be great to have teams of people working together. So this is a great opportunity for you guys to introduce new members into the network, people that you'd love to connect with and go on this journey with for the next 6 months. I'm sure a number of you will have a handful of women or men that who could do with or would be are in a place where they're ready to commit and make some serious changes in their life. And this is a great vehicle for us all to hold each other accountable, have heaps of fun doing it. So there's an opportunity to build a team, lead a team, and bring more people in. And you will be able to cover your costs. So what do we mean by that? So as most of you hopefully are aware as members, we've always offered you the ability to become a brand ambassador, okay, which means you get your own little unique code that you can put on the end of our URL for our website, and when you share it, if people become a member, you get 25% commission for that. So the standard cost of a membership at the moment is $44. And so if you introduce a member and they become a member at that price, you'll get 25% off. So you'll get $11 off, okay? You won't get it off, you'll get it paid to you. So the idea is if you introduce 4 people and they join you in the 6-month journey, you'll have your membership paid for. And that's pretty cool. And there's nothing to stop them from doing the same, of course, okay? And so this is a way we can build our teams and get a whole crew of people joining us on the 6-month journey.
Yeah, it's going to be fun, guys. This is not just about getting your membership paid. So, yeah.
No, it's not about that. It's about all of us holding each other accountable as well. So we're going to have lots of we're going to have daily posts just about with different focus areas. So we expect there'll be a lot of engagement. It will be in the Facebook group still. So it's if your people aren't on Facebook, it's going to be a little bit harder to do that, but we will still have regular calls. So we're always still going to have our Monday calls that we have now. We're going to have our Wellness Wednesday calls that we still have, but we're also going to have team calls where we'll get on a Zoom and it'll be specific to the 6-month journey, okay? And we'll get on as a big group and we'll celebrate each other's wins and share how things are going. And then the different teams can also break off into their breakout rooms and connect as a group as well.
And then you can strategize together as to how you're going to win, because that's what we want, is we want everyone gunning to win this competition, because the end of 6 months, wonderful prize.
There is a prize.
Yeah.
So just before we move on to that, I just wanted to remind you of this page. It's the foodandfrequencies.net/ambassadors. If you haven't become an ambassador yet, simply pop your email that we already have on our database, put that in again, and you'll get a new email with your unique link and some information about how you can share that, okay? So that's on that URL. But I mean, definitely get in and do that now, because why not? Karen and I are going to start over the next month sharing more about what this challenge is going to involve, and so there'll be more and more content to share. So it'd be great to share it with your link, and you never know who might sign up and join you.
Yeah.
So the 6-month journey it obviously has the food bit and it has the frequencies bit. So Karen, you can talk to the food bit.
I will. Okay, so we're going to have 3 sort of beginners, intermediate, and advanced. And so what does that mean? So if you haven't been on a low inflammatory keto journey, so you're just new to this world, then the beginners is for you. So basically we're going to get you onto low inflammatory foods, and we're going to get you into a few different things. And so basically, so that you're not overwhelmed with too much stuff to do. And then if you've already done fast track, then we're going to move you into intermediate. And so it's mainly carnivore, but low inflammatory. So you can try carnivore. But basically it's like the ultimate detox. So that's sort of where we get you in to do a bit of fasting. We get you to do a little bit of this and a little bit of that. And then state advanced is for those of you who have done ultimate detox already and you're wanting to step it up a little bit more. And so we're going to be going into much more advanced detoxing and various, maybe longer fasts and longer water fasts and various different things throughout the 6 months. And so that's basically it in a nutshell. I mean, obviously we're going to go into a lot more detail as time goes on, but that's basically the gist. So beginners, you've never done a low inflammatory food, or you've not been on keto, or you've been on keto but not for a long time. Intermediate, those of you who have done fast track, want to move on a little bit more, do a little bit of fasting. And then advanced, for those of you who have already been there, done that, got the t-shirt, got the ultimate detox nailed. Right, I want to move into a little bit more varvavum. So yeah, that is the food bit.
Excellent. Oh, wow. Facebook shares.
Yeah, but
Sorry. I know
it's
we
all right.
really do need to get off it, don't we?
We
Yeah,
are working on it, Shazza.
yeah,
We're working on it.
we are. And there will be a movement element to this, like I mentioned. We're definitely going to be encouraging moderate exercise, moving our bodies and holding each other accountable to that too. And we'll bring in some people, you know, to talk about other modalities like that we can try, like Qigong, and you know, a number of things really. So we'll be sharing our own tips and things that we enjoy. And then there's the frequencies bit. So this is the intriguing bit. When it comes to turning back the clock, a lot of that has to do with looking and feeling younger. And the buzzword many of you have probably heard about is stem cells. They are very much the key to us unlocking our youth again and reversing our age, you know, enjoying age reversing benefits. So we are going to look at elevating, activating, and regenerating our stem cells. And some of you might know about the LifeWave X39 patches that I've discovered and love and are using. A number of the people in our network are already. So we thought, what a fantastic vehicle to help us all do that. And this is also where the wealth bit comes in, guys, because if you do, for example, bring in 4 friends who become members but also decide to try the patches and do this for 6 months with you, you can in fact cover the cost of your patches. That's all it takes. And all of us together with the momentum of this challenge and the fun and the engagement and the energy behind it, we've all got a great chance together to actually build another income, a side hustle, which could even become your primary business if you so choose. I don't know about you, Karen, but I'm really excited about these patches. And I've always been a big believer that every savvy woman should have a side hustle income going on, something that's in direct sales or network marketing if it's not her own business. It's a great move. And this, I have to be totally honest with you guys, I've tried 2 other network marketing models before, and they were doTERRA and Nu Skin. And they were what you call sort of Me Too products. You know, I was sharing products that I liked, but I wouldn't say I was in love with them. I really loved the oils, but I wasn't in love with Nu Skin. And I really feel that when you find a product that you're truly passionate about, it is so easy to share. And these patches are actually literally changing lives.
Can I just interject there, Debs, because
Yeah.
I know some of you have known me for quite some time, and I've never been into network marketing, and I've had an aversion to it. But basically, I've been trialing these patches 7 months now, is it, Deb?
Yes, 7 months.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I've not got anything. I know I haven't had any health issues that I've been working on. So I'm lucky, you know, because I've been working on my health for so long. However, I have noticed that my mental clarity is better. My ability to work on the computer longer is there. Not such a good thing. But what I have noticed too is my reading glasses have gone down from 1.5 magnification to 1 magnification. Also, don't know whether this is a positive, but it's definitely showing that something else is going on in my body. Is for about 10 years now since I hit menopause. It's actually longer than that. I haven't had to shave my legs. But this year I had to shave my legs. And so that shows that something is really, really going on and really working behind the scenes. And also, I think I shared with you my fall that I had and how I was shocked that I bounced. And I do believe the patches were a big part of that. And also the grazes and everything, I healed really, really quickly from it. And so I'm really, really impressed, which is why I'm going to start working with these patches now as part of my business. And I think it's a really valuable way of adding value and helping others.
Absolutely. But you know, it's not essential. You can take part in this 6-month challenge and
Without
not do the patches. That's absolutely fine. You know, it's not mandatory, obviously. But if you do want to, and you are if you're already using the patches, who's here on the call that's already using LifeWave patches? Oh, Belinda. Okay. Yep, Belinda. But we have got a few people in a few members in our network who are already using them, which is great. And so it's a great opportunity for you to build that if you want to build that.
Okay, so Cheryl's asking, can you buy in NZ not using US dollars?
No, it's a US company and they are in US dollars, which I understand is not very favorable at the moment with the exchange rate. Yeah, no, they're not. But like I said, if you use the opportunity to bring 4 people in who would like to do this challenge with you and incorporate the patches, you can cover the cost of your patches, which is pretty awesome. And if you help them to do the same, which we will be doing because we'll offer that training and that we'll be working on all that together and learning together and doing the training together, then that's a great opportunity for them to do the same. Yeah. Right, and so the big prize. So we're going to have a points-based system, and we still need to nut out all the nitty-gritty of that, don't we, Karen?
We do, but I think we're getting there. And so,
Yeah.
so the points are going to be around letting go of kilos. So
Yeah.
each member of a team, if you let go of kilos, inches, centimeters, whatever you do. So there's going to be, and also participation. So jumping on the calls, and also sort of interacting with one another and interacting with other teams as well. So supporting everyone. And then also if you join LifeWave, you get a point and all that sort of thing. So there's going to be quite a few criteria to win the prize. So, you know, it's not just going to be just one thing. So it's health. Also, if you've got health issues and you list we're going to get you to fill out a form. You have health issues at the beginning and you can tick those health issues off, then you're going to be getting points for that too, which we think is pretty cool because it's really real enhancing people.
Cheryl asks, do you use the app Me360? No, we don't. What's that?
What is it?
It's an app where you stand and you take a photo and you know, do your arms out, and the app automatically takes all your inches, measurements, everything. It's $9.99 a month subscription, and you can use it as much as you like. So instead of going, oh, if I put my tape measure in the same place as last month, it does it for you, and it just gets such an accurate result every time.
Oh, well, that's cool.
Sounds good. Okay. So that's per month per user, I take it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So $10 a month, and you know, you're not wondering, you know, excuse my phone, there's something going on. Yeah. So
Oh yeah, no, I like that. Yeah, because taking your own measurements can be quite changeable.
Yeah,
Can't it? With the
yeah.
old tape measure and
Depending on how tight we pull the tape measure.
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, there will be prizes throughout to keep us all engaged and going strong. But there will be an ultimate big prize, and we've pretty much decided on that. It's just the details are yet to be fine-tuned. But it's going to be a lovely, big, juicy retreat somewhere glorious in New Zealand where we can all actually come together. It will be
As a
amazing.
team. Yeah. Yeah.
Yep, on us.
On us.
Yeah, have one of those. So that's it, basically. I mean, I've got those slides about the X39 if anyone is wanting more information about that, but that's what's in store. Have you guys got any questions? Not my thing, Jenny. Yeah, that's fair enough. We could take photos, can't we?
I think the photo's a good idea,
Yeah.
before and after photos. Yeah. I'm willing to do that. I don't know about you. We'll do that.
Yeah, I am. Yeah, if
And
you get leggings and all in black or some other.
yeah.
Yeah.
So great question, Kristen. When is the 6-month challenge starting? Around the 17th of March.
Sounds very
Yes.
challenging, says Belinda.
Yeah. Challenging and changing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it's going to be a fun ride, and we got quite excited about it because we decided to step up the Zoom calls as well, because we know that some people just can't make Mondays. So we're going to do accountability calls and things over the next few months. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I don't know about you guys, but I feel like 6 months is a good solid amount of time to see real change. And I want to see real change for myself this year, not just in really getting on top of a good, sustainable, stickable eating regime, but also moving my body and strengthening my body. It's actually a really great that's something I really want to do this year. So I've always been very hit and miss and fits and spurts, and I tend to go hard at something and injure myself and then stop altogether. I really want to build in that good, healthy, sustainable exercise and movement and strengthening my body, not just my main muscle groups, but all my smaller ligaments as well, to reduce injury. That's really important to me.
Good idea. So I have had a question about if you haven't done, say, Fast Track to Health, or you haven't done the Ultimate Detox, do you have to sort of start with beginners or intermediate? What we're going to be doing is we're going to be sending out a weekly email, and the suggestions for beginners, intermediates, and advanced are going to all be there. So you have the option to jump in to change if you want to. You don't have to stick to one level throughout the whole 6 months. You can jump. You can, so I think it's a really important thing, because you might feel at the beginning, oh, I'm just a beginner. But after a month or so, you might go, no, I'm ready to move on now, and so, and you can use some of the fasting methods, but I would encourage you to ask if you're not sure. So you can always ask us, because that's what the Wellness Wednesday is about, and that's what the Q&A sessions are all about, is asking if you're not sure about something. So, and there won't just be me answering questions, there'll be other practitioners who are on here, because like Sarah, for example, is a mine of information, and so is Belinda, and other members who have, and Daniela and Deb, of course, is if people have been doing this such a long time, or they've been working on themselves or working in the industry, they can help too. So, and we all might have different opinions, but you can then take the opinion that feels right for you. So, hope that makes sense.
How do people feel about the length of the challenge? Makes sense to you, Cheryl? Cool. How about others? Is it feeling like too much of a commitment? Belinda, what do you mean by challenging? Oh, anything more than a day at the moment, Sarah?
That will change.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to hide, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think the idea is you're not going to want to, because
I see.
it's going to be fun to turn up and show up for yourself and for others.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Walk our
I mean,
talk.
we all know life happens, and you know, we all know that we hit these lumps and bumps along the way. But that's the beauty of having a big group of people all on the same journey. You know, they can help lift you out of those ruts a bit quicker. Yeah. But
Yes,
6 months
so 6
does go
months
fast.
does go fast.
Yeah, I agree.
For
Sue.
me at the moment, I'm about to embark on a number of new things and changes. So I apologize for my lack of enthusiasm at this particular moment. I'm trying to get my head into next week. And struggling. So it's just there's lots coming up for me. And yeah. It's hard to explain, but it's not that I'm not passionate about it. I'm just fearful and all over the place.
That's okay. You can sit with that. Yeah, sit with that and feel into that. That's all we can do. Yeah. Yeah. And I understand what you mean about lots going on.
Yeah.
Going on too. But I always find that these things that I want very much for me, physically and emotionally, often get pushed down the list.
Yeah.
And so actually that's why I know I'm going to be really relying on this group, on this network to help me stay on track.
Yeah.
Kristen says, cut the excuses and pull finger, and that's for her.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think we all need to do that sometimes, don't we?
Yeah, I just said it. I just wrote it as somebody else was talking, and I thought, "Oh shit, that sounds like I was meaning it for her," but it wasn't. It was just, that make a commitment might have been a bit of what, that. Yeah, that was more what I meant.
It's cool.
Yeah.
We understood that, Kristen. So any questions coming up for you right now? No? Okay. Right.
No, they're all grappling with the immensity of it.
Yeah, I think so. It's like, oh, what hit us?
In
Yeah.
shock.
In
Yeah.
shock. But we did know a 6-month challenge was coming, right?
Yeah, we talked about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Karen and I are still grappling with the immensity of what the whole, bringing that whole element of competition, healthy competition, and means for us as well, because you've got to organize and track that and really, help spur things along and keep the energy high, and that's tricky to do as well over 6 months. So believe me, we know what you mean.
Yeah, we do. But it is going to be fun. And health is meant to be fun.
Yeah.
And wealth is meant to be fun.
Yes.
And because I've always felt that your health is your wealth, but it's so much easier when you have got actual abundance in every way, shape or form. And I think that is the most important thing. That's why we brought Food and Frequencies together in the first place, isn't it, Debs?
Absolutely.
Mm.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Yeah. I'm glad you're making it like a bit of a game. It's a bit of a game.
Yeah.
Make it a bit of fun. Yeah.
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 Yeah, because otherwise the 6 months could feel very long and a bit samey, like I think a bit healthy competition is a great injecting some fun in it as much as possible is a great idea.
Indeed, Christian, think of the fabulous new habits we'll have after that length of time. Absolutely. And sometimes it does take that length of time to really lock habits in and ways of being. And we know that, and also the time of year had to be right too, because we know that summer has such a lot of distractions. And so we thought, right, March, it's got to be because it's winter, coming up to autumn, winter. And if we can nail it during autumn and winter, then we're home and hose for the rest of the year, really.
Yeah, and it's going to get us through the winter too and keep us active and keep us focused. I like that.
Yeah, very much so.
Yeah.
Fun, fun, fun.
I've
Right.
got a link to a really cool 10-minute Qigong session that I used to do during lockdown.
Ah, yes.
And Trev and I have actually been talking about it for a while because we used to do that. Plus, it was really funny. We stumbled across it by accident. Well, I think actually Mira got it. It's like an animated lady who does morning exercises. And you can choose different levels of difficulty and length of time and even different parts of the body. And it's not a real person. And she's got this repetitive voice. So it's kind of funny as well. Trev threatens me with doing that every morning. So I might just have to go, let's just start. Because I have been wanting to go for a walk or do my Qigong, but I've been focusing more on actually putting my feet on the grass recently. That's been my big thing. So I think if I can get my laptop to work out there, I can stand on the grass and do my 10-minute Qigong. And it's a nice little short thing. If anyone's interested in it, I'll dig it up and share it.
Yes, great. And that's exactly what we're thinking, in terms of the movement part. It's just really sharing what's working for you, sharing things. I mean, we've all signed up to little courses and things, right? And there's no reason why we can't do a bit and share something. Like I signed up over the summer to a mobility program, which really concentrates on opening hips and strengthening knees and all these really neat exercises that I've not come across anywhere else. So I can share those, just even if it's just one new move that we haven't tried before. We can share it with the whole group. It's gonna be great.
Actually, that reminds me. I've been wanting to ask Belinda for months now. What was the exercise you shared when Natalie interviewed you? It was something.
Oh, yes. So I'll probably be doing a little video on that at some stage. I'm just, so I probably don't have time to go into that right now, but yeah.
Yeah, no, that'd be great.
Put me down. Yeah.
The other thing we could add points for, Debs, not thought about this, is if you do share a move, as in exercise.
Yeah. Also sharing recipes and other things like that. Absolutely. It's all part of the engagement and the giving back and
So we're having Movement Mondays so we can get people to share their move on Mondays.
Yeah. Monday moves, yeah.
Their moves. Awesome. Okay, we'll leave you to ponder on that one, and we'll be sharing much more as time goes on. And in the meantime, have a magical week. If you want to get in touch with us, if you need the ambassador link, Deb, can you put the ambassador link in the network? Should we put it below the recording?
I'll pop it in the email.
All right, cool. Excellent. Excellent.
Yep. So check your emails. We've sent you one this evening, but we'll send you another one tonight. So check in the morning for that. And we'll see you on Wednesday at Wednesday Wellness as well.
Yeah, on Wednesday, and don't forget our first Chew the Fat or whatever it's going to be. We'll have a look at the votes,
Yeah, we'll tally up the.
and so don't forget 6:30 on Wednesday, live.
Yes.
Awesomely awesome. Okay.
Thank you.
Good night, everyone. Speak well.
Bye.
Night. Bye.
Bye.